Next, the holiday industry is still largely at a standstill due to COVID restrictions in the skies, but the cruise ships are welcoming back customers, and the Virtuosa is set to become the first liner on UK seas with passengers since the pandemic began. She sets sail from Southampton tonight, heading for Dorset. Good morning, Britain's Richard Gaisford has been on board.
The cruise line business has been static. In fact, no ship has left with passengers on board from British ports for the last 15 months. I'm on board MSC's brand new ship, the Virtuosa, and take a look from the shoreline camera. You can see just how big it is. Parked up here in Southampton, 6,500 passengers it can take. But because of the COVID regulations, well, it's only going to be allowed to have 1,000 people on board. There are strict testing protocols for people getting on board. The crew themselves have been tested, have been quarantined, and they will not be going to foreign stops. People are going to be walking up and down the promenade here, looking at the British coastline for these first few cruises. This one is off on a 4-night cruise to Dorset, of all places. Portland Bill is the stop. And people are going to get a chance to have a look around what is €1 billion worth of investment.
Along with the glitz and glamour, a regular reminder that we're not sailing into normal times just yet. The last year, spent at home in the US, was the strangest in Gene Young's 20 years as a cruise director.
Well, I hope that people do see that we have changed to make sure that they're safe and that they're healthy and that we're taking care of our crew.
All the crew, Gene included, have just had to quarantine on board for 14 days in their quarters before heading back out to sea. The industry learning lessons from the nightmare scenes on the Diamond Princess and other cruise liners at the start of the pandemic that saw passengers locked up in their cabins. Having successfully sailed ships in Italian waters since August last year, MSC is now ready to welcome British guests and says there's a 365-page COVID protocol being followed on board.
Well, all guests are being asked to keep masks on in public areas unless you're sat at a table having food or drink in your social bubble or in a cabin, and there's no need to wear a mask when you're outside socially distanced in the fresh air.
We have so many layers of security to stop that from happening on board of our ship.
Like many operators in an industry navigating its way out of the pandemic, it seems everything possible is now being done to ensure there will be no turning back.
Richard Gaisford reporting from Southampton there.